Hello everyone, Gainer here from HDB Upgrading Strategies and welcome back to my Facebook Live. Now actually, in fact, today is my Facebook Live episode 21, right? So what am I going to share with you guys today? Right, in fact, in my previous video, based on my Facebook Live 20, episode 20, I actually shared with you guys about freehold versus leasehold, which is part 1. And in fact, I shared what are the 3 main reasons why buyers would prefer to buy a freehold rather than a leasehold. So just a short recap for you guys. So what are the 3 main big reasons that buyers today would prefer to buy a freehold rather than leasehold? And these are the 3 big reasons. Now the very first reason is definitely legacy, because a lot of buyers today, they want to buy a freehold so that they can actually, pass down this freehold property to their kids, stuff like that. So that's why legacy is definitely one of the reason. Now the second reason is bad experiences. Why bad experiences? Because previously the buyer may have owned a leasehold property, right? Probably their lease, they bought a resale flat or they bought a resale private property, and the remaining lease that they have is probably like 50 over years old, right? And that's the reason maybe they had a bad experience trying very difficult to sell their property, or probably their property that they have doesn't give them a lot of gains, or in fact might even have a loss. That's why they have a bad experience over owning a leasehold property. And that's the main reason why now they wanted to buy a freehold, so that this bad experience wouldn't happen again, right? And also the third reason why buyer would prefer buying a freehold versus a leasehold, because personally a lot of people, in fact me previously, many years back, I also will feel that a freehold can be much more valuable, right? That's why today I'm going to share with you guys, this is episode 21, which is freehold versus leasehold, part 2, right? So in this video, I actually extracted one case study. I actually extracted 1 leasehold property and 1 freehold property. And these 2 properties are actually side by side, and they are actually launched around the same date. And I will highlight one particular transaction to make a comparison for you guys to understand whether is it really true that owning owning a freehold is definitely much better than owning a leasehold, right? So what is the example that I'm going to share with you guys today? Now, if you guys are familiar around Yio Chu Kang Road, right? If you're familiar with this primary school, Rosyth Primary School, so it's around there. Now, I actually printed out the map, right? Probably let me zoom down. Now the 2 properties that I'm going to do a comparison is, one is this is terrace condo, right? If you guys are not too sure where's the actual location, if you really see, this is Bowen Secondary School, right? And this is the Salvation Army, right? This is the EC that was launched probably 2 years back, and it was fully sold within just during the balloting day. It was 100 pumps, so at least you guys will know where's the location, right? So the 2 properties that I'm going to compare is this terrace condo, and the next one, this is a freehold. If you can see, this is a freehold property, and this is called the Waterline. So just take note that these 2 properties are actually in fact side by side, just beside, right? And of course, one is a bigger development, 99 years, and the other one is a little bit smaller, which is a freehold Waterline, right? In fact, for freehold properties, definitely, in terms of size, is definitely much smaller as compared to a leasehold, right? So I'm going to make this comparison, these 2 properties comparison, and just extract one particular transaction to share with you guys on this, right? So the first thing, of course, this is terrace. I already extracted the details, right? You can see that this is terrace condo. The project name is called terrace, and the tenure is in fact 99 years, right? And the total number of units is 414 units. So if I can write this down so that you guys will actually have a good comparison. So this is terrace, right? Terrace condo, and it's a 99 years leasehold. right? Can you guys see? Okay, good. And total number of units is 414 units, right? 414 units. Now, the next one is that I'm going to show is water line. So this is water line, right? This is the condo. The project name is water line. And you can see the tenure is actually a freehold property. Now the number of units is actually 103 units, right? So I will put it here. Water line. Now, obviously this is a freehold, right? You guys can see, right? Good. And the number of units is 103 units, right? What I'm going to share with you next is this. Now, if you look at terrace, this is terrace condo, right? Just one more time, this is terrace condo, right? So, I just want to share with you this thing. Up to date, since terrace was launched and to date, I just want to share with you this. This is very important. Now, can you see the total number of profitable transactions? There are a total of 71 profitable transactions, meaning to say people who bought much earlier and they sold. So there are a total of 71 profitable transactions. Now, how many unprofitable transactions? There is only one unprofitable transaction. Can you see? So this is for terrace, right? So if I can write it down, right, there are a total of 71 profitable transactions and only one unprofitable, right? Whereas if I make a comparison with waterline, now once again, this is waterline. It's a freehold waterline. So I actually printed out waterline. In terms of profitable transactions, there are only 7 profitable transactions. How many unprofitable transactions? In fact, there are 4 unprofitable transactions in total. So you can write it down. Right here is actually 7 profitable, right, and 4 unprofitable. Now, if you look at in terms of the size of the units, now terrace is actually in fact 4 times bigger, right? That means 4 times more of this waterline in terms of size, because it's 414 units and 103 units, right? And if you really see, right, but waterline has more unprofitable units than terrace, and in fact terrace have 71 profitable units more than the waterline that is only have 7. So you guys can see, right? But this is not the real deal that I'm going to share with you guys. What I want to share with you is this. Now, if you see this, once again, this is terrace. I just want to highlight this particular transaction. Now, can you see this particular transaction? This particular transaction, if you see this is unit 0453. This is the size, 1335 square feet. And the purchaser actually bought 1024 PSF. That was when they bought on when? 10th of June 2011. And they actually sold in 2018, right? And what I want to highlight is this very important. Okay. So this unit, there's a unit 0453. Now it was bought on 10th of June 2011, right? Yeah, I think this. Okay, can you guys see 2011? I'm just afraid that the space is a bit too small. 2011. And how much was it bought? The size is actually 1335 square feet, and it was bought 1024 per square foot, and the total price is actually 1367. So 1.367 million, right? You guys can see, right? If you guys can see, probably can give me a thumbs up, because I think I actually right below this board, right? You guys can see. Okay, and there's this water line. I just want to share with you this waterline. There's this waterline unit which is 0401. This is exactly the same size that the person who bought waterline, the person who bought terrace, right? And it was bought on 15th of June, which is just probably 5 days difference. And in fact, the purchase PSF was 1159 purchase price, right? And it was sold on 23rd of November 2018. So if I can do the comparison to let you guys see, right? The unit was actually 0401 and it was bought on 15th of June 2011, right? And the size was 1335 square feet, and the purchase PSF was actually 1154, and the total price the buyer bought was 1.5 over million, right? Now, meaning to say, if you guys can see, now there are two different buyers. Obviously, the buyer actually chose to buy a freehold and another buyer chose to buy terrace. They bought, in terms of days, is just 5 days different. One is on the 10th of June and one was on the 15th of June. Just 5 days difference. Meaning to say, right, if I can just guess, probably both buyers visited both show flats, right? But one decided to choose this freehold and the other person decided to choose a leasehold. Both sizes are the same. But in terms of PSF, this is more expensive, 1,154, and whereas the terrace was $1,024 per square foot. Now, meaning to say, this person who bought the freehold would cost him around 1.5 over million dollars to own their freehold, whereas that person who bought the leasehold in terrace actually used a purchase at 1.367 million, right? Technically speaking, this person bought cheaper, right? Whereas freehold, that person bought more expensive. So meaning you say, I mean, obviously, if it is a freehold property, probably it will be much more expensive, right? That goes the difference. However, what I would really want to point out is this. If you really see this unit again, terrace, sold, the person sold on 9th of November, right? Bought on, if you can see, 10th of June, sold on 9th of November, this is terrace, and actually made a profit. This is profit, right? You can see profit. Made a profit of 200 over 1,000. Meaning to say, this seller eventually sold on 9th of November and made a profit of 211,000, right? Whereas what happened to the waterline owner who bought the freehold, he sold this unit on 23rd of November, right? It's probably just few days difference, 20 days or 10 over days difference. And that person actually didn't make much profit, right? He actually only made 42 over 1,000. Can you see? Profit 42,000. So meaning to say, this person sold on 23rd of November, right? And he only made 42,960. Can you see a difference? Let me just re-emphasize again. In terms of the days that they bought, one person bought on 10th of June, the other bought 15th of June, 5 days difference. The other person bought a freehold, paid more money, 1.5 over million. The other person bought a leasehold, paid 1.3 plus million. Eventually, both units are sold. One sold earlier, just few days difference. 9th of November made 200 over 1,000. The other person sold on 23rd of November, same year, made 42,000. Freehold, leasehold. Right? So why do I really want to share these things with you guys, right? Because I do understand that there are definitely quite a number of buyers out there would really just only look for freehold rather than leasehold. Of course, there's no right, no wrong. You guys, you prefer to own a freehold, definitely is really up to you guys. But what I really want to highlight is, it does not necessarily means that if you buy a freehold, you probably will make much more money than a leasehold, right? In fact, there are many such cases. This is just only one example that I highlighted, that we just want to prove a point that there are also cases whereby leasehold will also can in fact make much more money than freehold, right? So why I want to share with you guys is because I think it's also important for you guys to understand, and so that you can weigh your options, right? Understand what is really more suitable or what is really more important for you, right? At the end of the day, definitely the choice is yours. That's why I just want to highlight this particular, comparison for you guys to understand a little bit more, that it does not necessarily mean that freehold is definitely much more better than leasehold, right? In fact, of course, unless your objective is you just want to own this property for legacy and just don't care whatever, how the market fluctuates, because at the end you just want to, your main objective is just want to give back to your children, stuff like that. Now, of course, by all means, right? But this is just one example that I want to show to you guys. So at the end of the day, I hope you guys really like this example that I share with you, right? If you guys have been paying attention and have been following me for this past 15 to 20 minutes, just give me a like, help me to comment, help me to share this video so that your friends can also benefit. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Really, thanks so much for watching this video till now. Thanks so much and good night. See you.